Why is Windows so vulnerable and what are the possible ways in which it is exploited? Due to the large user base, more malwares are written for Windows. Compared to Linux, the weak architecture of Windows makes it easier for a user to download a malware, and all you have to do is double click on an exe file. In fact, the way in which Linux handles user permissions makes it much more secure than Windows. So, the main protection with Linux is that running an exe file is much harder because until and unless you give it explicit permission using chmod, you cannot run a executable file. Now, no operating system is bulletproof, and Linux itself has its own pros and cons. Coming to the advantages of Linux, it's really easy to remove viruses, and the system files are owned by super user or root. And in case a virus affects your system, it will only affect the user in which the executable was installed, but it will not reach the root user. So you should be really careful while giving permission to random files. However, a downside of Linux is that it's really vulnerable to privilege escalation bugs, and if you have done boot to root machines, you know what I mean. There are various ways to privilege escalate. A good point to note is that the source code of Linux OS is reviewed by a large community of developers, and in fact Linux has specific distros which are kept by keeping privacy and security in mind, which includes Qubes, Tails, ParrotOS, Kali Linux. Now, what are the possible ways to attack Windows? Number one, hardware-based attack. This includes devices such as USB rubber ducky, Bash Bunny, Keylogger, and Conboot. What a USB rubber ducky does is that it is detected by your computer as a normal keyboard, and but it is able to run payloads, keystrokes, steal the credentials, and also get a netcat connection. It depends on the script which is installed in it. To install a software called Conboot in a pen drive and use it while booting Windows, you will be able to bypass the Microsoft Windows password. So basically it works like a bootkit, and it injects itself to the BIOS memory, and it modifies the kernel code during runtime and temporarily changes the code which is responsible for verification of the user's authorization data. And when this happens when the operating system loads. And if you want to find out more about how Conboot works, go to the link in the description. Number 2, software-based vulnerability, which includes buffer overflow. Buffer overflow occurs when more data is passed in a buffer than it can handle, causing the data to overflow into the adjacent storage. And this vulnerability can cause a system to crash, or even worse, it can also create an entry point for a possible cyber attack. Number 3, softwares and services with built-in backdoors. So an interesting fact is that when users log in a compromised VSFTPD 2.3.4 server issued a smiley face, they were able to gain a command shell on port 6200. Now this was a really old vulnerability. Now this was not an issue this was not a security hole in VSFTPD server. Instead, an unknown attacker had uploaded a different version of VSFTPD which contained a backdoor. Number 4, server and service misconfiguration. This includes everything from overflows, bad input, SQL injection, subshells, and directory travel search. Number 5, network-based attacks. This includes everything from denial of service, ARP spoofing, ARP poisoning, man-in-the-middle attacks, and packet sniffing. Tell me if there is any other type of vulnerability which I might have missed, and do you think Windows is really secure? Signing out, Zeus.